5, 4, 3.
On 26th April 1967, a satellite launch took place from the Kenyan coast for the first time. The San Marco 2 satellite was launched into equatorial orbit from the Luigi Broglio Malindi Space Center, then named San Marco Equatorial Range in the Indian Ocean. Established in 1964 through a collaboration between Kenya and Italy, the facility launched and tracked 9 satellites between 1967 and 1988. On 12th December 1970, the first satellite designed for X-ray astronomy, the Small Astronomical Satellite 1, famously known as SAS-1, was launched. The NASA satellite was named Uhuru to commemorate the 7th anniversary of Kenya's independence. Uhuru was a sky-scanning mission that performed the first comprehensive survey of the entire sky for X-ray sources and ended in March 1973. March 2017 saw the establishment of the Kenya Space Agency, placing Kenya as one of the few countries in Africa that have established a space agency. Kenya has taken bold steps in exploring the skies, as space is seen as a frontier of growth of economies, and the launch of its strategic plan puts into perspective the opportunities available for our country as we explore possibilities beyond our skies.
It is the intention of the Kenya Space Agency's Board of Directors, for which I am the chairperson, to ensure that we pursue opportunities in space that are consistent with our mandate and keep within the resources at our disposal. In order, therefore, to balance our objectives, resources, and opportunities, both in an efficient and effective manner, the board developed the strategic plan. The field of space science and technology is also complicated and a fast-moving technical field where changes occur at an increasing rate. A strategic plan is thus vital in mapping the path of development for the Kenya Space Agency and to focus effort towards the task. As the oversight management organ of the Kenya Space Agency, the board has taken this honor and responsibility with a lot of zeal. Of particular importance to the board is how this agency can contribute to the socio-economic development of our country, as well as its positive impact on the lives of the peoples of Kenya. The mandate of the agency is to promote and enhance Kenya's indigenous space potential through coordination and regulation of space-related activities among government agencies, private sector and industry, academia, and research institutions, as well as establish linkages and partnerships with regional and international organizations in order to manage the high cost of space programs.
Today, the 21st October 2020, marks an important and historic moment for our national space program in Kenya. The launch of our strategic plan, together with a detailed work program, sets us on the path to focused and structured engagement with the space sector. For a number of decades, focus in this area was limited to defense and intelligence. But over time, the value of space science to the wider development of humanity is indisputable. As a country that is agricultural based, located in an ecologically fragile region that is fast digitizing, that is an open economy, that is a leader in environmental and wildlife conservation, we are thrust into the quest for appropriating space science to optimize our development in the country and region. Since our independence, Kenya has been part of space development, following the establishment of the San Marco platform in Malindi. In May 2018, Kenya became a spacefaring country after the launch of the first Kenya University Nano-Satellite Precursor flight. It is my expectation that ongoing initiatives will be accelerated to ensure that we develop and operate more applications that utilize space-derived data for the benefit of Kenyans.
The NSS was established on 2nd June 2009 following a cabinet decision of 12 August 1993 to establish a government institution with the objective to exploit Kenya's capability and potential in space sciences by initiating, developing, mastering, and coordinating national space science, research, and technology activities. The agency offices are currently located at Pittman House along Chakaek Kikwete Road, after relocation from the Ministry of Defense headquarters at Ulinzi House. The vision of the agency is to be premier space agency in promotion of access and effective utilization of space economy for national sustainable development. The mission of the agency is to coordinate, nurture, and develop Kenya's space sector to maximize the utilization of space opportunities.
It is my hope that all of you who are engaged in the process of building up this agency will see yourselves not only as employees of the Kenya Space Agency, but agents of the people of Kenya.
The agency will carry out corporate branded activities to define its corporate identity and relations. This will position the agency as a premier institution globally and on standards and dependable, reliable in developing space science and technology and systems and capabilities, and to inform and support decisions addressing societal needs. On corporate communication, the agency will develop a communication strategy to guide its communication both internally and externally to stakeholders.
My expectations of the agency is to see it create opportunities for all Kenyans. I also expect to see advancements in science, technology, and especially innovation. We are also able to prepare better for natural disasters. These could be floods and droughts. We'll be able to initiate early warning systems and use the data collected to understand the extent of the damage.
The first strategic theme is on delivery of space services. And this will involve enhancing access to space services and utilization of space data. To achieve this, the agency has developed 5 programs. The first program is on Earth observation. Second program is on navigation and positioning. The third is on satellite communications. The fourth is on space operations and systems engineering. And the fifth is on space science and astronomy. The second core strategic theme is on developing national space capability. And this will involve investing in human capacity as well as infrastructure. The third core strategic theme is on sector coordination and leadership. And this will involve enhancing synergies among stakeholders. And then finally, the fourth core strategic theme will be on corporate positioning and sustainability.
Earth observation data provides a unique platform for monitoring natural and environmental resources, as well as addressing socio-economic concerns.
What we use in navigation, i.e. the Google Maps, which assist us in finding new places, areas we have never been. It also assists in taxi hailing apps, for example, Uber, to find us easily. There's also autopilots, which use the navigation systems. They assist in reducing the human error and also helps make us safe in the air, sea, and on the roads. There's also what we call precision agriculture, which uses GPS and GNSS to locate the precise position of crops in the field. Also assists in making spatial variability maps, which can help in calculating the crop yield or knowing which plants require which nutrients which can be provided. It also helps drones which map up areas and capture satellite imagery together with multispectral cameras to locate imagery which can be processed later.
Satellite operations are characterized as spacecraft and payload operations. Spacecraft operations include telemetry, tracking and command, maneuvering, monitoring state of health, and maintenance of substations. Launch operations entail the delivery of payloads, such as satellites or other materials into space using rockets. The Kenya Space Agency, through the existing intergovernmental agreement between Kenya and Italy, will use the telemetry, tracking, and command infrastructure at Luigi Broglio Space Center in Malindi for space operations.
The SKA is the Square Kilometre Array that is basically the world's largest telescope that will be able to collect a large amount of data that will be used for economic and scientific developments. We are also working with the MVA. The MVA is a global international effort to create a hub on the moon. The department is also working on establishing the first astronomical observatory that will be used to collect space data and will diversify the tourism industry through astrotourism.
We will focus on 4 core areas. That is development of national space infrastructure and facilities, space research, innovation and applications. We'll also look at the space economy and commerce, and then we'll also look at how we can promote space education and outreach. The Kenya Space Agency has introduced research years on operational space weather and nano-satellite development. In operational space weather, we have a consortium of 3 universities that will benefit from the award of 5 million Kenya shillings to develop an operational space weather monitoring system.
Earth observation data needs to be analyzed and processed. And once it is analyzed and processed, the output can be shared to stakeholders for purposes of informing decisions and policy making. So in order to do this analysis and processing, you have to have in place necessary infrastructure, which includes servers and computing equipment. So KSA is in the process of setting up such an infrastructure so that we can be able to process and analyze this satellite imagery in order to disseminate to our stakeholders.
Also recently been awarded a research grant courtesy of the Group on Earth Observation and Google Earth Engine, where we are implementing a project called MITS, which is monitoring for information and decision for using space technology.
The agency has a very elaborate role in matters of space economy. The space economy is currently growing towards $420 billion.
Kenya Space Agency, in an effort to sustain its activities, will ensure that there is efficient and sustainable acquisition of its resources. It will also ensure that we have a costing for the services rendered to our other stakeholders to enable us internal revenue collection.
On staffing, the agency will establish a level of staffing which is adequate, competent, balanced, and motivated. This will require training in core and soft skills and motivation for career development and career progression. The aim is to build competencies of staff in delivering the strategic mission of the agency. On resource mobilization, the agency will aim at mobilizing financial and non-financial resources sufficient for effective coordination, development, and regulation of space industry in Kenya.
In the next 5 years, Kenya Space Agency will establish a sector coordination and leadership mechanism that will build synergy among stakeholders and enhance service delivery. The national government and county governments have various activities that require the support of space technology-enabled services. Among the key strategies the agency will implement include developing and enabling policy and legal environment, creating networks and linkages, as well as establishing communications and knowledge management framework for the effective and efficient coordination of the sector initiatives and activities.
Our strategic plan clearly demonstrates that the important role of space technologies in support of the Big Four agenda, the 3 pillars and enablers of the Vision 2030, and the Global Sustainable Development Goals. With this strategic plan, we have aligned the activities of the Kenya Space Agency so that it can play a pertinent role in the growth of our economy.
As the Cabinet Secretary of the Ministry of Defense, where the Space Agency is domiciled, I welcome the launch of the strategic plan today and look forward to receiving updates on the work of this critical agency. I will also keep watch to ensure that you implement the plans that you have put forth and deliver on the promises that you have made to the people of Kenya. As I join you in celebrating the launch of this strategic plan, I want to underscore that this is but a beginning. I see a journey where this critical institution will become a game changer through its positive impact on the livelihoods of our people and our nation's economy. In this regard, I urge all the officers at this agency to take seriously the duty that has been placed on each one of them individually as well as collectively to place Kenya in its rightful place among the space nations of the world. I therefore congratulate the Kenya Space Agency on the launch of your strategic plan 2020-2025. I thank you.